guys, it's Rock High and you're watching Movie of the Week, and the movie this week was Vengeance from 2022, so if you haven't watched it, watch it now. If this is your first movie of the week, what I do is I talk about a movie here, you guys comment below your thoughts, and at the end of every video I say the movie for next week so you can follow along. So Vengeance. So I think this is probably, I don't think we've done a 2022 movie yet, or 2023, but so this is like the closest one, I guess. And so this is my second time watching it, and I watched it last year when it came out, so maybe it's been last year. I don't even know when it came out, but I did see it. You know, after seeing the trailer, you know, I was like, this sounds like every movie ever, and I was kind of hesitant to see it, and then it was like such a nice surprise. Like, it was this thing where it was like, I don't know, like maybe in my head I like really like had it underrated, that when I saw it, it was like amazing. And I still kind of felt this way seeing it the second time. Obviously, like, because this had plot twists and everything, that like I knew the plot twists, so it didn't hit as hard because I knew it was happening. But my first time watching it, like, those plot twists were like really good. So yeah, it's like something where it's like, this is a basic story, like this, like I went into thinking it was gonna be boring and stuff because it's like a basic story, and like I feel like it's done a million times. But I don't know if it's like the way that BJ did it, which was like, and he knew, I think he like implanted the plot twist like at the right moments to make sense. And I also thought it was like really, really sweet, like the relationship he had with the family, which, you know, you see all these movies, and I don't know, maybe it's because it like I get, like, technically this is an indie film, and so BJ kind of had like this indie, like, I feel like you kind of see these movies and they're so commercial and like Hollywood style, and so like it's very like straightforward, the scenes, but like, oh, that's what I meant, BJ had like an indie touch to it, which like made it feel like more like laid back and natural in like the good way, where it was like, it felt more real and it felt like I was there, and especially with his family and like how his relationship changed over time with them, and like getting close with them, and like feeling like he's a part of like a family for once. Like, I felt like that was done really well, where a lot of times in movies, because this idea has been done, you know, just change a few things around, it has been done before. It's been so commercialized and it just like feels like boring and cliche, but he did a really nice job with it. And, you know, the whole plot twist about, you know, in the end, like when he found out like from the grandma, no, she did pop pills, like, and everyone was lying, and like maybe she did OD, like it just was like crazy. It was just that was like a really big plot twist, and it was something that was done, like, you know, sometimes in movies or stuff, when it's like the big plot twist or something, they like show the, it's like a close-up of the person's face, or it's like very like, this is it, this is the reveal. But it was just like they were casually eating dinner, and then like the grandma just mentions it, and everyone's like, so like and so then it makes sense that afterwards then he gets into like this big fight. But like, it just made sense, and I felt like it was just like this touching movie. I had some critiques about it my first time watching it that I did have now. I felt like some scenes just like went on too long, like the scene where he's like fighting with the family, and then the scene when he's with Ashton Kutcher, like I just felt like those, so I think his other scene with Ashton Kutcher, I just felt like it was kind of like too long. Like those scenes could have been shorter and get a little bit more to the point, which commercial movies, Hollywood style movies, are kind of better at that. And, you know, kind of the thing that's kind of great about indie is sometimes it just like lets the scene happen, and the scenes like that are longer. But I felt like they were still a tad bit too long, and I wish they would be quicker. And then, I mean, the ending kind of just like upsets me, that he kind of just like, well, I mean, him killing him just like seems really out of character, but I guess like that's what the vengeance was. But I mean, also like the fact that he just like deletes the podcast, because in the way he's like letting the Ashton Kutcher character win by, you know, because that's what he said, like, you know, you're what am I even saying? But the whole thing where he was saying like it's gonna end up coming to bite you in the ass later with this whole podcast, like the way he's like letting him, Ashton Kutcher, win by like deleting it. I mean, and he did kill him, and I guess like it would make sense to then not release the podcast after he killed him. So I guess he had like three options in that moment, was to like kill him and not release the podcast, because then if he did, then they would like come after him and know that he killed him and like whatever. You know, he could have let Ashton Kutcher live and, you know, release the podcast, or he could have let Ashton Kutcher live and deleted the podcast. And I guess, you know, he had to like do some vengeance in one way, and I guess maybe him realizing he couldn't release the podcast was like, you know, the only other solution was to kill him. I don't know, but it just seemed like still he's like a New Yorker, and even though he's evolved and changed and from living in Texas, like still killing him was like, I saw like like the BJ and like John Mayer scene at the beginning is just like so annoying, and like how they like talk about women and like the fact that they think they can get this many women is just like so gross. Anyway, just had to bring that up. But yeah, I think it was just very surprising to me because I went into it with one expectation and came out with this whole other thing, and so I feel like it was very touchy and it's a good film, and so I think it is underrated and more people should see it because it's like, it's not actually what you think it is, and it actually like hits harder than you thought you would. And I really still enjoyed it, like my second time watching it, and I'm sure I'm gonna watch it again in the future. So anyway, comment below your thoughts about Vengeance, and the movie for next week is One Day from 2011. So thank you guys. Comment below about Vengeance, watch One Day for next week, and bye.